Good day, YouTube. This is Jay Money with Falling Forward Financial. Just an update here on TILRAY. I've talked about them a couple times here in the last week. They got some more news coming out. Like I said, I covered them, looks like 2 other times within the past week. I'll link those in the description as well. Again, this is TILRAY, ticker TLRY. As you can see, I have it here in Robinhood, currently at $13.40. Here's a look at what it's done over the last year. Had a really nice run up October through February 10th. It's $63.91, and ever since then it's just been coming down a little bit. Currently at $13.40. Here's a look at the last 3 months, down over 21%. In the last month, down over 15%. In the last week, it's up actually over 3%. And here's a look at on Friday. I have 16 shares. These used to be Freya shares, and they did their merger, and so now I have TILRAY shares, so it's all the same. So that's why it's a zero cost basis. If you don't know what TILRAY is, it's a MJ Lifestyle and Consumer Packaged Goods company with operations in Canada, United States, Europe, Australia, and Latin America. And feel free to pause and go over the rest there for yourself. So a hemp segment consists of hemp seed, hemp food, spectrum hemp, and containing CBD. Founded in 2018, 15.56 million average shares being traded with a $6.16 billion market cap. And on their way to be one of the biggest MJ companies in the world. So we'll see what happens after the merger and the weeks and months going forward, and just kind of see what happens with the company. So here's a look at their ratings. So 68% hold, and here's a look at the earnings. Next is expected on October 9th after hours. Here's another article that I just found. So the MJ company has a better 1-year return than Tesla, Facebook, GE, and Ford. So that's quite impressive, especially when you're comparing it to Tesla. Investors added TILRAY to their portfolio 1 year ago are truly living the high life. I get it. Since August 2020, Canadian MJ company TILRAY stock 1-year return has outperformed a number of the world's most popular tech, electric vehicle, and clean energy giants Tesla, Facebook, General Electric, and Ford company. TILRAY cultivates and sells medical and recreational MJ. In 2021, Freya acquired TILRAY in a merger and renamed itself TILRAY. So maybe I said that wrong. Like I said in the beginning, I had Freya shares, and so what they did is acquired TILRAY and kept the TILRAY name. So the bulk of TILRAY's sales are in Canada, and in international medical MJ export market. U.S. exposure for TILRAY consists of CBD products through Manitoba Harvest and beer through Sweetwater. And I've done videos on the Sweetwater brand, and I'll link those in the description as well. Here's how the returns break down for August 2020 to present. Tesla's up from $447.75 a share to $701.16, a return of 56%. Ford's up 86.69%. Facebook is up 99%, so very good return there. GE is up 99.42%, and finally TILRAY is up 105%. So if you'd have any of these, or all of them, or just TILRAY, you'd had a pretty good return. So moving on here, TILRAY stock looks worse and worse, and M&A isn't helping. This is dated just last week on the 26th, which was actually my birthday. So, but I still had to work. I just didn't get any videos done that day. So, what a birthday! TILRAY stock has become one of the biggest MJ names following the Freya TILRAY business combination. The newly combined company now has a much greater chance of carving out a piece of the U.S. market following the deal. But the company is also currently making headlines in regard to other deal news as well, specifically a deal with MedMen, and I just talked about them acquiring the deal a couple days ago. TILRAY recently made headlines for its deal to buy a majority position in MedMen's senior secured convertible notes. TILRAY CEO Irwin Simon was optimistic, noting that the deal gives the company more traction in the United States market once legalization is in the clear. So we'll see when that happens, and it should be very interesting whenever that does happen. From where I'm sitting, the fact of the deal alone isn't enough to make TILRAY stock worthwhile now. We have to rely on financial information contained in the company's earnings reports rather than hope in MedMen news changes TILRAY's reality. So if you had MedMen, go ahead and list that in the comments, and if you have any TILRAY shares, you can list that in the comments as well, and any other favorite MJ play that you have. I covered quite a few of them here on the channel. So TILRAY Chairman and CEO Irwin Simon sends shareholder letter mapping out a $4 billion revenue plan. This is also dated on the 26th. So again, a leading MJ lifestyle company was sent to open a letter to shareholders from Irwin Simon, Chairman and CEO. The letter details the strategic vision and $4 billion revenue plan for the company and encourages all shareholders to vote for initiatives to support of the vision and plan that TILRAY special meetings and stockholders, which is scheduled to be held on September 10th, 2021. So if you have this one, you might want to put that date on your calendar so you can keep up to date. When we announced the new TILRAY in December of last year, we were optimistic that we had the strategy, resources, and leadership to create the world's leading MJ-focused consumer brands company. Together we made a bold bet that the strong trends towards MJ legalization and broader consumer reach in our three key markets, Canada, International, and the United States, would grow stronger. The management team, with a track record of building and sustaining value in the CPG wellness space, was well positioned to help grow a new leader in the MJ sector, and the combination of well-defined organic growth initiatives combined with acquisitions partnerships would afford us a unique opportunity to expand our business globally. And so they're looking to be the biggest one. Canopy Growth is also trying to be the biggest one, with Constellation Brands backing them. So we'll see who ends up being the biggest one. So estimating the intrinsic value of TILRAY, again dated on the 26th. While MJ remains one of the most prominent growth stories, TILRAY is having one or more peaceful periods in the history of this extremely volatile stock. That's why I stayed away from TILRAY for the longest time. It was just yo-yo, just up and down all over the place, and so I didn't touch it. I had, even though I did have quite a few other MJ plays, I continued to stay away from this one. So after the declines, the stock could not make a fresh low, showing a sign of potential bottoming. In the article, we will examine the latest developments and examine the current intrinsic value based on discounted cash flow. And this just kind of goes over some information on the intrinsic value and cash flow. While MedMen is far from peak from years ago when it was high-flying stocks of the sector, it still holds 21 licenses and 25 retail locations across key urban locations, especially California. After TILRAY and Aphria merger earlier this year, M&A activity signals that the sector is consolidating in just a few big names. Here it kind of goes over the 10-year free cash flow forecast. And I'll just pause there for a moment. Again, you can find all of this on Yahoo Finance. Here's the present value of the 10-year cash flow. 1.9 billion, the terminal value. And again, I'm just going to keep scrolling through this information. Here it kind of shows a ratings, 20% undervalued, about right, and 20% overvalued. So like I said, this one's a very volatile MJ stock, and some people, it's kind of a love or hate from what I've always gathered about this one. You either love it or it's kind of like Sundial to me. As I've talked about that one on the channel here quite a bit as well. So let's see if anything's here on Reddit. Partner breaking news, we've covered everything there. So over here to StockTwits, currently at 1342 with a low of 441, high of 67. Delete 3 green here and don't even bother reading their crap. We'll be flying in September, close of month prediction 1775. I covered this CBDD once. Just the thought of an awful Denver CBD buzz makes me want to use much. There's your sundial. Wow, at 76 cents. That needs to get above $1. I don't know how much longer that can go before it's delisted. Over here to StockTwits, currently at 1342, showing a moderate buy out of a 10 rating, showing 4 a buy and 6 at a hold, with a 44% upside to 1933, high of 27, low of 1347. But if you have TILRAY, go ahead and list that in the comments along with your cost basis, any other information that you might have that we could share, and see if we can all make money together on TILRAY. So again, this is a long-term hold for me, and I'm just going to sit here and let it sit here and continue to hold it. So, and if you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing and hit the bell so you're notified of when the next videos drop. Again, this is J Money, Falling Forward Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.